All right, we have a really interesting question from our friend Zoe. She's a female cross-country runner. The actual problem that I'm going to share with you is that she eats and eats and eats and eats. And it isn't necessarily that she's junk food binging, but she's just filling her body with as much food as possible multiple times a day. And it could be broccoli and chicken. It could be really healthy food. But the point is that she cannot stop putting food in her body. It gets to the point where she's so full that she has to stop. And it's like, it's achy. And then she continues to do this over and over again. And it's almost like, this is the way she describes it, a fog goes over my mind and I become an animal who just goes into the cabinet, goes into the refrigerator, and just shoves my body full of food. And even to the point of wanting to vomit, I still do not feel full. So she wants to know what to do. Prior to this, so the history is that Zoe has also suffered from a form of either anorexia or bulimia. She says that she had a very restrictive diet up until this point, and she engages in the sport of cross-country running. Okay? That's very significant, and I want to approach this first from your history of eating disorders where you restricted your diet, right? You mentioned restrictive. You didn't tell me exactly how, but I took that into account. And the sport that you engage in. I'm going to use a term, and bear with me for a moment as I describe what it is I'd like to explain to you. They're both very schizoid activities. They're both activities where the mind, the head, literally subjects the body to its tyranny. You punish your body with your mind. When you are bulimic or you're anorexic, you're essentially putting yourself in a situation where you're allowing your brain, your head brain, to dictate the feelings, lack of feelings, and motility, expression of the body. So you just don't eat. You're using the will to punish your body. I'm just not going to eat. I'm in control. This is in control. This part of your body, this is not in control. None of us. We're not in control from the neck down. You don't decide how you're going to digest food. You don't decide what cells are going to be regenerated. You don't decide how your heart's going to beat. You don't decide how your eyes are going to dilate and contract. You don't decide what your baby's going to look like. You don't decide when, do you see what I'm saying? You don't decide the things down here, but here there's a sense that we decide. And you're punishing, putting down, controlling that part of you that seems out of control. And it's a way to gain a sense of control. Also, cross-country running, nothing against the sport at all. There are functional and dysfunctional expressions of every activity. But a dysfunctional form of activity, or the sport of cross-country running that you've engaged in, would be, I'm using the will to get my body to do what I want it to do. And what better way to deaden the feelings in the body than through repetitive movement. So cross-country running is just merely this. You use your head to lock your body into a pattern. And the body becomes like a horse, a slave. The body feels something, I don't care. The body wants to do something else, move in different ranges of motion, does not matter. You've locked it in. So you're using your head to decide what your body gets and what your body does, right? This is what would be classified as dysfunctional behavior. And you know this. This is the way you shared it with me. I'm just giving everybody, I'm painting the picture for everyone. But now, it's almost like your head shuts off and the body says, fuck you, bitch. And you feel eat, and you're never fulfilled. That term is very interesting. I want to dance around that word right now, fulfilled. You never feel full. You never get enough. You eat till you know you're in pain. And you do this out of almost a state of unawareness. Guess what? Guess who took over now? The body took over. You're not even in control. Now you're really pissed off because it's like, I'm not in control of this. It's almost like I became hypnotized. And you fill your body with all this food. And now it's causing you all types of depression, frustration. You're confused. You don't know what to do. I used to be in control, but I know it was dysfunctional. Now I've lost control. I'm gaining weight. Even though I can choose the foods, I can't help but to fill my body in an unhealthy fashion. And even still, there's a lack of fulfillment. So, what have you done? Okay? And I don't say what have you done to judge you or to like I say it, let's take a look at what happened. That's a better way to describe it. You've turned your body into the slave of your mind by deadening the feeling in your body. You can't be a feeling body and starve yourself. You can't be a feeling body and subject yourself to the pressures of cross-country running in a dysfunctional fashion. Like I said, there are multiple ways this could be done. And you cannot be a feeling body if you fill your body with food, but yet you can't tell if it's full or not. The mind is going, well, I just ate a 6-course meal, an entire chicken, and whatever it is that you ate, and still unfulfilled. There's no feeling in my body. For whatever reason, at some point in your life, you chose that it would be beneficial to you to reduce the feeling in your body. Maybe there was a sexual feeling towards someone that was inappropriate at some time, and you found out that it was inappropriate, and you shut it down. Perhaps there was something someone wanted you to do, move in a particular direction, that you really didn't want to go, but you had to, so you shut down the feeling in your body. Perhaps something happened to you. Someone touched your body in a particular way, and you shut down feeling to the body. I don't want to feel it. Whatever it is, whatever happened, at some point, perhaps, you decided, I don't want to feel my body anymore. And now you're in a dysfunctional place. You're in a schizoid place where the head has split itself from your body. What do you do now? Well, the short answer is you've got to bring feeling back into your body. Ha! Easier said than done. I'm just going to rattle off a multiple different ideas. Choose one or move in a particular direction with any one of them, because I guarantee you that somewhere you're going to knock on a door and you're going to be like, oh, I got feeling back in my body. When you've got feeling in your body, a person who's grounded in their body moves from a grounded position. They're actually more in control than someone who shuts off feelings to their body. Because if you are all up in your head, you can very easily be carried away. But if you are grounded in your body, you're a more practical, you're a more sure-footed individual, and you will make better choices. And you will receive the pleasure, you will feel good because of the good choices that you make, and you will trust the bad feelings in you that say, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be moving in this direction. It is truly your navigational system. It all happens down here. That's why I say, listen to your heart, listen to your balls. And when I say balls, of course you don't have balls, but listen to the Holy Ghost. Listen to the instinct in your body. Listen to that part of you that beats your heart without you having to think about it. Right? Your sexuality, it's all sexual energy. People don't like to hear that because they think that Elliot's saying go and bone everybody. But what that means is that, the nervous system is a bunch of ons and offs. We have synapses that are either turning on or off, on or off, on or off. This is the dichotomy. This is the male-female energy. On, off, on, off, and it's happening throughout our entire body. That's what I mean when I say sexual energy, is that it's a male-female energy that's happening in our bodies. But if you're in touch with that, if you're in touch with your heart, you're in touch with your sexual energy, you're in touch with feelings in your body, then you make better decisions, right? Poor decisions made from a hysterical place, like I spoke about last week with sexuality, are not grounded. There's such thing as free but ungrounded sexuality. Grounded, free sexuality means I understand what's happening here. You've got a foothold on the situation. So anyway, in order to reinstate this place, when you were like a baby, where you can actually feel your body and you can respond appropriately, you're going to have to use you're going to have to try a few different techniques. The very first and easiest one that I would invite you to do is yoga. And the only reason why I say yoga is because there are two things in yoga that are going to support you in bringing feeling back in your body. Yoga itself may or may not help you, but the opening up the range of motion in your joints, because yoga is going to require that you stretch a lot. And right now, you're trapped in a very rigid pattern of movement. If you go to yoga, they're going to make you pull your freaking foot up to your head. You're going to have to stretch and twist. It's going to bring feeling back to your body because it's opening up more neural pathways. And, which is, in my opinion, the most important part of it, it's going to invite you to breathe deeply. The softness of your breath brings with it a softness of the body. Okay? Now that may be helpful to you. You might find that that helps you right away, right? Or you may find that it's too superficial and you're gonna have to go a little bit deeper. If you go a little bit deeper, I would invite you to get regular massage. We bring life to one another when we touch. Either massage or a form of Reiki or some form of having another person put their hands on you. This may be difficult, especially if you were sexually abused when you were younger and that's the reason why. Or you were rejecting sexual feelings that you had in your own body and that's really the reason why. We need to bring that back. We need to bring back those sexual feelings, those warm feelings, especially as they relate to another human being back into your body. And that may look like massage, okay? Get someone to massage your body, all over your body. Massage your own body. Feel your body. There are parts of your body that you've deadened association with. Put your hands on it. Put your hands on your heart. Breathe into your heart. Feel your heart beating. Know that it's there. Give it your attention. I have a heart. Know that it's there. Feel the chills in your body when you feel your heart. Okay? Put your hand down below your belly button, right? About a few inches below your belly button. And breathe into your belly. Soften the muscles in your butt, soften the muscles in your pelvic floor, and breathe down into your pelvic floor. There's lots of sexual energy there that often gets stagnant because we reject it. I'm not saying masturbate, you know. Those of you who are mature enough to understand the things that I say, understand what I'm saying is soften your sexual energy. Let go, release it. Breathing into what the Chinese would call your lower dantian, about 2 inches below your belly button. Put your hands there. You can even put your hands on your heart and your dantian. And breathe. Soften your jaw, let your mouth open. Right? This might work. Breathing is often restricted by the muscular systems holding back certain emotions. You might need some catharsis. I've made videos about this. You might need to take out the tennis racket, find a bed, scream. Scream whatever comes up in you if you can find a place to do it. Fuck you, don't touch me, get away from me. Allow the energy to carry your expression. There might be things that you need to express that are being held back, and that's not allowing you to even breathe softly. The breathing will work, but it might work better if you get rid of the anger and very often the sobbing, the crying that you've been holding back. When you can cry again, you will orgasm again. And this is just my assumption, but I'm pretty sure I'm spot on, that your sex life isn't that great. You're using the muscular system, you're using the head to withhold, suppress energy in your body. You know an individual who has great sexual feelings, a woman who can orgasm because she laughs with such a deep, joyful laugh, and she also cries. The softer your chest is, your heart is, this is where we cry, right here. The softer your heart is, due to the allowance of tears and sobbing, the easier it will be to share loving feelings towards someone. And orgasm is always best. Sexual feelings are always more pleasurable when they're done with someone that you have a heart connection to. You'll never have a heart connection with anybody if your heart is closed. And finally, the third thing I want to invite you to do, and this is very difficult because it's so dynamic, but find someone you can share love with. And physically, that may be as simple as someone who only hugs you. It could be a female friend, doesn't mean you're a lesbian. It could be a male friend, it doesn't mean that you have to have sex. but bring your heart close to another human being. Let another person put their hands on your body, put their hands on your back, embrace you, and let you breathe into them. Rest your head on their shoulders. You see, there's a longing for that type of embrace that we used to receive from our parents when we were babies. And a lot of our relationships are not mature because people approach their love relationships not realizing that a part of me just wants to be embraced. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to own you or you owe me anything, but participate in that embrace, those warm heart feelings that you open up to and allow another individual to give you. Okay? You've got to bring warm feelings back into your body. Start with your heart and start with your pelvic floor, down below your belly button, your sexual energy. Stretch and breathe on your own. Touch your body. Breathe into your body. Pay people to touch you, massage, preferably someone that you feel good about, and invite someone else into your heart. And the only way that's going to happen is if you soften your body. And when you soften your body, you'll bring feelings back into it. And when you bring feelings back into your body, you will not abuse it. It will feel fulfilled with nourishing food in a functional fashion because you feel what's happening in your body. You will never fill a dead body. You will never feel fulfilled until you can feel the aliveness in your body. I'm done.